Hey, well, good morning to you. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning. Hey, it is a beautiful day today. It is fall right now, and it's exciting. I got my truck ready to go. It's just clearing up to be daylight right now. Getting up early in the morning is a very total focus where you have time where there's not a lot of cars on the road. A lot of different things are slow motion early in the morning. You can get a lot of stuff done. And so that's why it's important to actually get up early in the morning. I'm hoping this video shows a little clearer than it actually looks, but it looks dim and foggy this morning. I apologize. I'm trying to get where there is some light. Doing some paperwork early this morning as I am talking with you all about some things that questions that need to be answered, things need to be focused on about being an entrepreneur. A lot of us, we think that entrepreneur is a very, very, very easy thing. I have had several people come to me as I'm out doing distributing and say, "Hey, I love to have your job. Your job easy. You want get how can I work with you and stuff?" And I get a lot of them because they never see the backdrop of things. All they do is see me rolling in with a dollar, with product, getting it checked in, and it's a lot of the workers in the stores that see my process of me rolling in the store with product on the dolly and putting it on the shelf, and they think, "Oh man, I can do that. That's really easy." And I have had several of them get into wanting to work, and I tell them a lot of the details. Some of them I just tell them the details of whatever I have to do, and then they don't ask that question anymore. Some of them I have actually brought them in, took them in, and showed them some of the things that I did, and then they changed their mind. Because a lot of them, normally, they get up at 10 and 11 o'clock throughout the day working. You find some younger kids, and they just think that it's easy being an entrepreneur because they see the easy things that you do. And not taking away of being an entrepreneur, but you have to understand that if you're not willing to put into work as being an entrepreneur, because it takes a lot of things that go on in being able to be an entrepreneur. So let's get into some examples. That was just one of the questions that I wanted to solve out about me rolling into the store, and then someone asked me, "Hey, I would like to have a job. What is consist of?" Well, my job as being consistent is I have to unload trucks weekly. That's in my distributing online and selling out to the public of different kinds. It requires we have a lot of product that goes into this my warehouse on this truck that I'm on, and I'm actually using my truck right now. It's an office right now early in the morning. My warehouse, it does have lights and stuff like that, but I can actually set my computer on. Let me let you see. Some people know we try to improvise. As you can see, I got my computer on some boxes right now, and I'm doing some paperwork, trying to get that in, and it consists trying to get things done as you moving mobilely, and so there's a lot of things you have to implement in of your day of working so you can have freedom to be with your family. And so that is a lot of different things that goes on into my business. And like I say, I'm excited. I'm drinking a cup of coffee, meditating, talking with you all, doing some paperwork on my computer. Sooner or later, I'm going to be running my route, But I thought, let's get into answer some questions. Let's get into getting people a feel of what is entrepreneur, and so people can think of outweigh. Should I get a job working 9 to 5, or should I be an entrepreneur? I choose being an entrepreneur. Now, like I said, I didn't start out being an entrepreneur. I mean, as a mindset, I did. I started out, but in order for me to get there, I had to actually work um, with someone, or I work for someone. And so some of you all may get to that point. I mean, I have had people that work with me and actually start working for themselves because the mindset that they was willing to do is I set them up to be able to be an entrepreneur. And so and some of them went and got a job and said, hey, I'm ready for a job because I don't have to get up early in the morning. I don't have to unload trucks. But the good thing about it, after you get all that stuff done, it's smooth selling. It's me doing that. But me being the owner of the business, I have a lot of more things to do. I mean, I could actually get a bookkeeper to do my bookkeeping work, but because I have a little freedom time in, I thought I would take that money and I will delegate that money to somewhere else. And then down the line, I'm probably will. And I have had a bookkeeper that handled my paperwork and stuff like that, doing things like in my business. And it was kind of like a CFO in my business. But I decided to implement that into my day. And then I'm going to hand that off later down the line in my business, because sometimes in your business, finance, you have to balance. And like I said, I'm always using money all the time. I have to always have money available to buy product and turn it over and sell it and stuff like that. So I have a few contractors that come on and I have to pay them for working with me throughout the day. And I mean, it's exciting. No one that I have on actually as an employee at this moment. Unfortunately, I would like to hire someone that's being employed, but most of the contractors that I find, they haven't fit that criteria yet. I would like to be able down the line, futurely, add someone in. And if you go back and look at some of my videos that I talked about, some of this stuff that will help you along the way, as me talking about some of the videos that I'm talking about right now. So a lot of stuff that I'm just actually repeat myself of some of the things, because I want you to be able to get it within yourself, and so you can be able to be a good entrepreneur. Now, I'm not trying to develop you into being what I am. You have to pick your own niche, and you have to do the things that you think that's going to be best for you in your entrepreneur. But I'm just letting you know some systems that you have to put in place, some different things that you have to implement in your day-to-day lifestyle. There's processes that you have to put in all the time to squeeze different things in, and you can't be fooling around, in doing these things unless you got that freedom time. Right now, I have a little freedom time that a window crack that I'm doing putting in this video at this moment, and I'm taking this time to do it. Putting in this video because I want to be able to teach. I love teaching people and giving back, giving things to people to help them because I didn't have that. I had a few people that I had to ask questions about and stuff, and I had to just kind of figure it out as I went. Being an entrepreneur, getting on the own experience of being out there and making some failures, and I'm just trying to help other people. And so to not to have so many failures, you're going to have some failures, but the best thing is, and the good thing is, that you can learn from people's mistakes. And a lot of things in life, I have learned from people's mistakes, and I didn't go and make them mistakes. So that was the exciting things about it. I know how to derail myself away from certain mistakes that I know that makes cause me to slip in. If someone is shooting down the street, you're not going to walk down that street. Of course not. You're going to walk. You're going to say, I'm going to try to sneak by. No, you're going to go a different way in doing that, because this other street may be a little bit much safer because there is no gun shooting down on that street. So hey, thank you all for just joining me. The ones who you just walked in maybe, or just heard about me and don't know about it. My name is Kirkland. My business name is Stewart Snacks, and I sell snacks. We sell salty snacks. We sell coffees, seasonings, different things that if you just would go on and look on my stewartsnacks.com, check it out and see some of the things that I just find a little bit out about me, and let me know that, hey, I came in and check your website out, man, it's pretty cool, or whatever, or things that you can help me to help improve myself as being an entrepreneur, because I'm always wanting to learn things that's going to help me grow. And so, and as I am growing, I'm going to come and put some of these things in the video to help other people to grow. So look, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate that. And I just thought I would just add that video in so people can have an understanding about should I get a 9 to 5, or should I be an entrepreneur? Because like I said, it is most of the ones, if you're not willing to put in that extra work, because they're getting it started, it's really rough, it's really hard a lot of times, and sometimes you might easily get into it because if you're in option, you have to put up your money front. A lot of times some people won't even get started because they figure they ain't got the money. The best thing to do is start educating yourself, start learning about the niche that you want to get into, learn about it. Take a little step out in learning some things. If you got to start in your house, I had to start in my house to get things started. I put inventory into my house, and then I finally got a warehouse, a small warehouse. I guess it was like a 10 by 10, and rented one and started adding product in there. I started out with a Windstar van in growing my business. I had a candy store. I started out with vending. So go back and watch some of the videos of how I got started and some of the things that I talked about in detail about some of the things I got started. And I had a 9 to 5. So in that implement, I'm just showing you some of the things that you can do to get started. Don't think that you always need money to get started, because a lot of times you could be educating yourself, learning on the side. Just like people, when they go to school and they're working, they're going to school where they're educating themselves before they even get into that field. And you have to do the same thing. It's the same thing. You just can't get away from education. A lot of times I used to kind of put down learning in school, but you have to go through that process. You have to go through it yourself as being an entrepreneur. You're going to go through that process by yourself, and guess what? It's still the same process as how people are starting out in schools. They are working part-time jobs. Some of them work full-time job and educate. I had to work a full-time job during the daytime, doing construction. Then I did delivering pizza at nighttime, and this is how I come up with the idea. With some people, we just talking and chatting, just starting a conversation, juggling up things, and helping each other to figure out what we need to do to not have to work these extra hours throughout the day for someone. And so here we are on that long road and that journey. So just follow me on this journey so we can see how far that we can get, and not just myself but yourself. How can you get there? This comes with discipline. It comes with consistency, and failure is not an option, because a lot of times you think you're failing, you just actually putting in failure an idea that just didn't work at that moment, and that you have to re-regulate yourself and go back and put it together and say, hey, this is what I missed here and this is what I missed here. And so it just gives you more general ideas. There is no really thing about failure, because some people takes 1,000 times keep getting it wrong until you get it right. So just put in your process, be consistent, because you have to be consistent. You can't keep switching on niches and say, I must do this and I'm going to do this and do this because you think that it's going to pop up overnight. It's not going to happen that way. You have to put in the work and continue sticking to what you know best. Do that, because that's a talent that God gave you, You use it and you do it. Okay. Thank you all for just joining me. I'm gonna get out of here because get some of this paperwork done and real quick, and then I'm gonna start running my routes. Thank you all for joining me. Hey, this is Kirkland with Stewart Snacks. I'm always kicking them daily momentum, and I'm always want you to be in the momentum so you can be able to be successful. Not only that, always remember that you have to put Christ first. God is our source who gives us the energy. This is how I got here. So if you want to know more information about my business and about how you can be a better entrepreneur, hey, go down into my description, read some of the descriptions that I'm talking about each and every day in all my videos. Check them out, read some of the descriptions, and you can be able to get in contact with me and say, hey man, look, I'm serious about this. I need to get started. How can I get started in just figuring out what I need to know? So thank you all. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.